I definitely think we got lots of Roman holiday parallels, starting with Belly and Conrad off to see the sights, the same as Anne and Joe. As for the Vespa, we saw that right at the beginning of this episode. We also saw Belly driving the Vespa in the same way that Princess Anne does. She began the day with cutting her hair in the exact same way that Anne did. This outfit that Belly is wearing feels like a bit of a nod to this look. The waist and the pleated skirt, and also the stripes that she has here on her scarf, may have inspired this look. Get to see beautiful sights in Paris, like the beautiful sights in Rome. You can even see Belly pointing in a similar way that Joe does in this very iconic moment. And Conrad changing his clothes in Belly's apartment really reminds me of Anne changing her clothes in Joe's apartment. Anne goes out on the terrace to overlook the city. This is the exact same thing with Belly's special rooftop spot. They do have this scene of Conrad running down the stairs, which I think may or may not be a nod to this iconic moment of Joe as he's skipping down the stairs. They're a little bit different, I know. And I love this moment when Celine grabs Conrad's face and kisses him, because it did really remind me of this scene with the locals. Anne and Joe ran their Vespa through the marketplace, which really upset the locals. But they tell the locals that they're getting married, and so they all flood Joe and Anne with their congratulations, and this guy walks up and kisses both of them. So this felt like a really endearing nod. This was so cute. Conrad has dinner with Belly's friends, the same way Anne has drinks with Irving. He gives her something to smoke in the same way Belly's friends do, and I adored the way that Jenny wrote this as such a callback to their scene by the pool. Joe takes Anne to this beautiful wall of wishes. Every sign on the wall represents a wish that's been fulfilled. And Belly stares at Conrad as she's making her birthday wish, because as she later reveals, she wished for Conrad on every birthday as a kid, and she is watching that wish be fulfilled. Belly and Conrad dance by the river, which is just like Joe and Anne. I love these moments of closeness shot from the shoulder, this moment with Conrad too, because the tightness of this shot reflects such sweetness and also such intimacy, and we really get the most romantic shots of Joe and Anne at this angle and at this closeness. Back at Joe's apartment, we see Anne in a robe looking at herself in the mirror, and we see Belly looking in the mirror in a similar robe as well. And last but not least of the parallels that I've seen, this moment immediately caught my eye, because Roman holiday ends with the most beautiful shot of Joe as he's walking through, I think it's called the Sala Grande Galleria, correct me if I'm wrong on that. It is the most stunning visual, so it tickled me pink to see this as a possible parallel here. This movie is so very special, and the ultimate theme is that adventure and travel and romance and joy and experience, it's all worth it. Adventure is worthwhile, I think, is something Susanna said, and I personally am so glad to see Belly having her own Roman holiday experiences, because for someone who's lacked independence and that chance to discover herself, I feel like these themes really help us to explore so much of the changes happening in her inner world. So I loved very much to see this. This was just magical to see adapted to our modern day and in Belly's story. Mwah!